Hello, and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. It has been quite a couple days since I've been able to record, so I'm pretty eager to get right into it. And this continues to be so much louder than everything else in the game. Whoa, they even found a way onto your roof! Those are some persistent zombies, dude. You'll need to use cabbage pulps here due to your roof spangling. Remember that, and you're good to go. Yep, so you gotta use cabbage bolts. And you can't really use the pea shooters unless you want to plant really close up. And that's pretty much the gimmick of these levels. Not really that bad to get work. Not really that bad, to be honest, compared to the nighttime fog levels with the pool and all that. It's a lot more difficult to handle, in my opinion. But honestly, I don't even really know what to use here. I guess I'm gonna use walnuts. Use potato vines, probably. Yeah, you really don't have much starting out here. You don't even have potted plants yet, so just use a bunch of instant stuff. So I guess maybe some pumpkins, maybe a jalapeno or cherry bomb. I guess cherry bomb would be more useful. So yeah, it's been about 4 days, give or take, since I've been able to record, so I'm pretty eager to do some recording. And I wonder if I'm going to end up doing more than 2 recordings a day. I don't know. See how I feel. But either way, I am going to finish up the story mode today, recording-wise, not publishing-wise. So, yeah. Don't really have anything in particular I wanted to talk about. So I'll just see if anything comes up. And if not, this will just be a very casual Plants vs. Zombies experience with not much talking. You know, normally I put 2 rows of sunflowers, but given the fact that we have limited space to plant things here, I don't really think that'll be necessary for this particular level. Yeah, I might notice we have no lawnmowers here, and that's because, just like the pool cleaners, you have to buy an upgrade from the shop. But unlike the pool cleaners, you know, that level, they at least give you lawnmowers. Even though they're pretty useless, they only get like the first zombie. But in the roof levels, you just get nothing. If they get past you, you're done. So, I'm gonna buy those roof cleaners as soon as possible. Or don't, if you want to challenge yourself. But yeah, these first couple roof levels are pretty boring. They're kind of like the first couple levels of the game. You know, you don't have that many options for plants. Oh yeah, you have these guys. They come down and take your plants, and there's not really a whole lot you can do about it this early in. I do wonder how long these first 5 roof levels are going to take. Yep. There's not a whole lot to this level. Just plant cabbage bolts, and then you watch them kill the zombies. So, it's actually a couple days until the new year now. I'm pretty sure the last time I recorded this, it was last year, technically. So, I guess Happy New Year, I say. And this is probably going to be uploaded, like, more than halfway into January, probably. You know, technically, first recording of the new year for me. Well, that's not good, is it? I probably could have just done that. Yeah, I guess that is one of the things that I kind of forgot about these levels, is that similar to how the pool levels have the zombies come up, these levels have... Are you gonna eat that? Oh no, darn good. I use Chomper for once, wow. Alright, now that you have the potted plant, you can actually plant stuff on the roof now. Hey, neighbor, got some new items for sale. Oh, that's it. So I always want to buy a pool cleaner. Or not pool cleaner, what are these called? Roof cleaners, right? Yeah. See, I don't even really use these, the Gatling Pea and Twin Sunflower and the Spike Rug. I don't really use those until I unlock the survival stuff. I don't even remember using Gloom Shrooms except for Survival Endless, because they're like, they require like really specific setups. Cattail is really useful. It'll probably be the first one I end up buying. They're like a must-have for most pool levels, like the harder ones. And then Gold Magnet, there's like, you use them to grind coins in like that one strategy where you use Last Stand, and that's about it. Man, I wonder how often that button is like next button instead of like back, which is what it turns into later. I'll just go and do it again, I guess. You know, sunflowers might be pretty useful, all I'm saying, more useful than a stinking Chomper. You know, I probably should have just redone the entire picking of plants instead of having the sunflower at the very end. Oh well. Guess I can go back to putting 2 rows of sunflowers now that I can actually plant more potted plants.
The zombies are coming. Brains.
I really never really thought about it. It was like these things look weird. And I was like thinking, like, is that what a roof cleaner looks like? And then I was thinking, is a roof cleaner even a thing? Like, what would that even like do? What would something specifically designed just to clean your roof? Like, what would that even look like? How would that differ from like the thing designed to clean other things? Because like, it's not like roofs are always made of the same thing, so I doubt you could like make a machine that specifically cleans all of the different materials a roof could be made of. And then it's like, these are specifically made to go up at like an angle. But, you know, not all roofs have angles, and I'm just like blabbering on at this point about nonsense. You know, what else are you gonna do when you play this game? This isn't like, at this point, the only other game I've played with commentary at this point, which was Linen 4, where 99% of my commentary was just reacting to what was happening in the game. Or reading dialogue. I gotta do all the heavy lifting here. Because, you know, not a whole lot happens in Plants vs. Zombies. It's a very casual game.
Brains. Brains.
I'm over here planting 2 rows of cabbage bulbs when this row doesn't even have one yet, but I just want to watch that cone head explode before I bother putting another row here. So I can start putting the potted plants out. No, let's just... Yeah. I don't want to deal with you. I'm wondering how many rows I should put out here. Because, like, I'm wanting to put out 4, but I don't know if I'll have enough time, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put out 3 and just put pumpkins down. Yeah, the pumpkins become really nice in this world because of the lack of space you have, because of having to plant potted plants everywhere. Let's just get it right now. Man, this audio sounds kind of loud, so I hope you can hear me. It'd be a shame if I did all this recording and then you weren't able to hear me. Probably talk louder, but you know, I'll raise my voice sometimes. That's normally when something like exciting's happening, but in this game, where everything's just pretty chill, it's kind of rare that I raise my voice when I'm playing this game. It's a very relaxing game. Yeah, I mentioned how it's been like 4 or 5 days since I've, well, I might not have specifically said that, but I did say it's been quite a couple of days since I've been able to record. I mentioned at some point, I think, in one of my videos, that really, most of my, like, outside of recording these videos, I really don't play video games that much. So, it's actually been about 4 or 5 days since I've sat down and played a video game. You know, doing these recordings enjoyable. You actually have fun with it because it's the only time you're playing video games. I don't really know why that is. Like, I'm currently on break, so I have time to play video games. I just don't feel like it. I have like this feeling where it's like, if I want to play a video game, then might as well do a recording, right? And if you're not able to do a recording, you just don't, I guess. Yeah, I've just not felt like dealing with those bucketheads this level, so I just instantly killed all of them that showed up. Oh yeah, now I have Colonel Pult. Flings corn kernels and butter at zombies. Yeah, the funny thing about Colonel Pult here is it has less damage than a Cabbage Pult. A Cabbage Pult has about like twice the damage as a pea shooter, with the downside of being half as fast, so it does the same damage as a pea shooter. But the Colonel Pult, the thing about it is it does the same damage as a pea shooter, but has the same speed as a Cabbage Pult, so it's like it's worse when it comes to damage. But it has this funny thing where it has an RNG chance. I don't actually know what the percent chance is. It's got to be decent enough to where, because it happens quite often, to where it'll throw butter on a zombie, and that'll make it freeze. And it's very useful. So I'm gonna use it. Well, I don't exactly know if it's considered good, but I found it to be pretty useful, and it's funny. Funny when you throw butter on the head of a zombie. And so we're just starting 5-3 here, and we're almost 15 minutes into the recording. So, man, even the first 5 levels are gonna end up taking about half an hour. I imagine the last 5 levels are probably gonna go. I mean, we have the last 5 levels, which are the longest, probably some of the longest levels in the game. Plus you have the credits. I could see the next part taking up to like 45 minutes or something like that. But we'll see. It's not like recording's that long or anything new here. And that final part of the final part of the Linen playthrough, I haven't uploaded that yet, but that ended up being an hour and a half. But, you know, considering how much was in that episode, it's not too long. The entire episode was literally just... that was just me watching replays, so every single one of those runs that I did in that playthrough was like just the minimum required number of runs you had to do to even beat it. Not that I actually beat it, but you know, whatever. You know what I mean? As far as I could get. I can only imagine how many parts and how long they would be if I actually tried to record all of my attempts to get to that point. And realistically, I probably just wouldn't have. Probably would have quit. That's why I decided to just stop recording in the first place.
Brains.
Can a Cabbage Bolt and the Kernel Bolt even take down a Conehead? I don't know that they can. I mean, they can when they get you get good butter RNG. See, just completely helpless. The zombies are stuck. They got butter on them. Nothing they can do. There's something I actually don't know. Like, I've always thought that the butter does more damage than the kernel, just because, like, it's bigger. Because, so I always figure that it does. But I actually don't know that. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure it does. It looks like it does. I feel like it does more damage. Well, like, I don't know. It might not. Might do the same damage as a kernel.
Brains.
And yeah, seeing the Kernel Bolt reminded me of how in Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 they went and turned Kernel Bolt into a playable class. And that just reminded me how weird I always thought the Rose was as a character in that game, because the thing about Garden Warfare is like the way it was for the first game and for like the vast majority of the second game is that the characters that the plants are based on, they're based on like actual plants from the first two games. And the first game was just the first game. Like you had Pea Shooter, you had Sunflower, you had Cactus, and you had Chomper, which were all plants from the first game. But then the zombies had like a mix of zombies from the first game and completely original characters. Because you had the All-Star, which was the football zombie, and then you had the Engineer, which was like based off the Digger zombie. Like they look like the Digger zombie, but they are like pretty heavily changed design-wise. But you can see like how they look like the Digger zombie. But then other than that, you had the Foot Soldier and the Scientist, which were just like things completely made for that game. And then that continued on with the zombies in the next game, where it's like, you had the Imp, which was obviously based off the Imps. So there are like a million different versions of the Plants vs Zombies 2, but you know, there's also a million different versions of them in Garden Warfare 2, so it fits. Yeah, you had the Imps based off the Imps, and you had the Pirate Zombie, which, you know, there were pirate zombies in Plants vs Zombies 2, but there was no like one that one was specifically based off. I guess you could could say they're kind of like the captain zombie. Not really. Right, where are they gonna drop down here? Alright, that wasn't that bad. And then you had Super Brains, which wasn't really based off anything. There was just a completely original zombie character like the scientist and the foot soldier. Alright, Coffee Bean. Yeah. Coffee Bean allows you to wake up the mushroom plants on the daytime. Which is pretty cool, but unfortunately they're not very useful. I mean, I guess Ice Shroom and Doom Shroom I could see being pretty useful, and maybe even Hypno Shroom. But other than that, like, what are you even going to use that for? Because there's no graves. Scaredy Shroom literally just becomes Pea Shooter when you have to use Coffee Bean, but worse. Especially since you have to put them out in front to even use them. And then Fume Shroom, I never see a reason. That's 150 sun for a Fume Shroom, that's not worth it. And Puff Shrooms are like 75 sun for a Puff Shroom, that's just a terrible idea. And some Shroom would be 100, so it's just like, there's no reason to use Coffee Bean on the roof levels, except for the exception of like the instance. So I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna pick Sunflower Burst. Yeah, I'm still just using these basic strategies, but like, in the adventure mode, there's not really a whole lot to do, so just kind of end up doing the boring stuff. Like, you know, even doing the boring stuff is fine, because this is a relaxing game. Don't need anything too exciting. So yeah, what I was saying was, you know, the zombies continue the zombie thing of having like a mix of zombies based on the original game, and then zombies that are like original. And then you have the pirate zombie, which like the digger zombie is, or the engineer is slightly based on the previous zombie. Then you have the plants, where it's like they continue, they for the most part continue the trend of them being completely based on the original plants from the game, because you had what started this conversation. You had the corn, which is based off Kernel Bolt. And then you had the Citron, which is based off the Citron, of course, from Plants vs. Zombies 2. Then you had Rose. And Rose that's a completely original character to Plants vs. Zombies, I think. Unless there was from, like, Plants vs. Zombies Adventures or some other spin-off that I never played. But I'm pretty sure that they were just a completely original character that you just stuck in there. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with Rose. Like, they're a fun class, I guess, from whatever we're playing. It's just like, I feel like you could have made that character, like, you could have said that character is Marigold or something, and it would have basically accomplished the same thing. It's kind of odd how that, out of all the plant characters, that is the one plant character that is not based off of a plant from the original 2 games. Yep. It took me very long-winded for me to say that, wasn't it? I could have just said that. I had to expand it out, make it take longer. That's how you extend your commentary. Make it last longer, so you don't have to think of something else to talk about. It's like writing an essay, you see. You just gotta fill it with fluff. And I'm going to immediately forget that I said that, because I really don't want to think about it. I really don't want to conflate doing these with writing an essay. Because I like doing these, and I don't like writing essays. One of the things that's great about the fact that I've gotten all my basic classes out of the way, so I don't have to write any more English essays ever again for the rest of my life. I will Or take another stupid English class and write an essay about something I don't care about.
brains,
When it came to writing essays, it always ended up being the exact same thing, where I'd spend like forever just staring at the screen, not knowing what to type. And eventually I just start typing something, and then I keep typing something, and then I just keep typing stuff, and then eventually there'd be something completed on my screen. I mean, not really, it's like I type something and I keep typing, and then I'd be done with a section. And then it's just like I go back to staring at the screen again. And it's a lot of staring at the screen. Until eventually I managed to just barf enough stuff onto a page. And it was always like the first draft of something that I ended up finishing. Like, other than going back to like proofread and like do spelling mistakes, stuff like that. You know, I maybe add a sentence every now and then, maybe. But most of the time it's like what I ended up typing up after I'd finished staring at the screen for forever, that's what I ended up submitting. It usually worked, for the most part. Are we gonna be able to kill this guy? Wow. Come on, guys, really? Well, good thing we got those roof cleaners, that would have been... Well, it wouldn't have been bad, we just had to replace something with a squash, but... That does make it a kind of annoying. Wow, this is a long level, isn't it? Alright, so let's get rid of you and plant another cabbage bolt. Okay, yeah, I added one cabbage bolt, and we went from going from, like, making it through to not even making it past the second guy. That doesn't seem to add up in my head. No. What do I know? I think I'm thinking about math when I play this game. I'm not thinking about math. Math is the last thing I'm thinking about when I play this game. Man, this is a level, isn't it? It's going on for quite a while. I guess that's to be expected of low roof levels. And I just don't want to deal with you possibly putting that there. Alright, there we go. That is 3 cabbage bolts and 2 kernel points. Not much more you can do there. Let's just get you out of the way right now. Or you could just throw another one at me. That's not very nice, but plant the potato mine, and then you can throw enough butter on that guy to where a potato mine will be able to kill him. That sounds like a pretty cool thing for you to do. Or I could get such good RNG luck with this butter that you could just kill him outright. Or you could have something really dumb happen, just have the cone head tank the explosion. But I didn't make it explode at the same time. Yeah, another football zombie. They're just throwing them out here, aren't they? You know, I was gonna use this cherry bomb on them, but I think they got this. I think they got him. Actually, now there's another one. That's the thing sometimes, is when you blow up multiple zombies with one cherry bomb, or... I don't think it works for the jalapeno. It might just be cherry bomb, but yeah, you get coins. Which is pretty nice, because you need those coins. There are a lot of things to buy in this game. Especially a lot of things to buy in this game if you're, you know, playing the, Wow, that is extremely annoying. Go away. Are you kidding me? Well, in here, that... Well, yep, that's right. I tried to plant a pumpkin there and I put it in the wrong place, but it's okay because they're dead now. Yeah, like I was saying in the previous clip, mobile version points with zombies. Requires you to buy like everything with coins, and it's so annoying because you have to grind for everything. But even in this game, there's a lot of things to buy, and one big reason for that is what we just unlocked right now, which is Zen Garden mode. Hey, check it out, you found a watering can. In honor of this occasion, I present you your very own Zen Garden. Hey, I'll even start you off with a couple of sprouts. Grow them full size and they'll reward you nicely. Have fun. So, you know it took long enough, but the game about plants finally added its farming section. Yep. And this is the gameplay. This is in fact the gameplay. You wait for the need to be watered, and then you water them. Then you go to the shop. Hey, welcome to the Zen Garden section of my shop. I'll give you some fertilizer for stopping by. Take a look around and see if there's anything else you like. So, buy that. Then I'm not gonna buy any of this other stuff yet. I don't really need it. So you give them this, and then they turn into a marigold flower. That's all you can do for now. Zen Garden is pretty nifty, huh? You can visit it anytime from the main menu. But enough of that, it's time to defend your house. I have to warn you, you're going to hate this next level. Why? Because it's non-stop bungee zombie after bungee zombie. I hate those confounded bungees. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. And a vengeance. A whoop-a-dee-doo. Hear those idiots now. I don't think that voice has been even remotely consistent at all. Man, we're 32 minutes. I don't remember how long this level was, but it's probably ended up being like a decently sized recording. It ended up being like close to 40 minutes. Yeah, something to kill the zombies with, that'd be pretty nice right now. You know, just literally anything, you know, anything but potted plants be pretty great right now. See, this is what I was, you know, it's been a while since I've talked about it, but it's stuff like this where freaking, are you kidding me right now? You're giving me nothing. Yep, another pumpkin. That'll really help me right now. Thank you. Jesus. Yeah, it's like, it's when some of the few times this game is hard is just because when you have to deal with the conveyor belt, you were just basically hoping you get good RNG. And I can't plant pumpkins on pumpkins right now. You get an upgrade later that allows you to plant pumpkins on walnuts. That allows you to plant walnuts on already existing walnuts to just heal them, and that works for pumpkins too, but I don't have that, so... Yeah, just, yep, who needs chompers? Chompers, it's just overrated, man, you don't need them. You don't need them at all. Yeah, this is the level. You just bungee zombies throw zombies down, and you hope you have enough stuff to deal with them. Not a great level. Really not. It's, really not great. But it exists. I mean, like I was saying with the mini-zombie level when I was actually playing it, like, at least that level actually has something change with, like, the mini-zombies, because, you know, they go faster and they take more damage, but here it's like, these are just normal zombies, but there are bungee zombies everywhere, and you're only allowed to use chompers because... Yeah... I think it's pretty easy to say this is my least favorite level in the adventure mode. Probably one of my least favorite levels in the game. Really not a great finisher, is it? this is like the final multiple of 5 level for Dr. Zomboss. And it's just this. Alright, take those potted plants back there. They were doing nothing. Good job, guys. Yeah, like I was saying, I was talking about Chomper several parts ago. One of the worst levels in Plants vs. Zombies 2 is the one where you have to... It's a conveyor belt level. So it's basically based on luck. And also in that level, just like this one of like the few plants you're allowed to use is Chomper. It's just bad because you're hoping to get Chompers and they don't give you Chompers. They give you 50 bajillion lily pads, but no Chompers. Well, I'm just gonna sit back and wait here for a bit. Yeah. Just get out of my face. Please eat him before he... Now we're in that awkward moment where I have pumpkins, but I can't plant them on top of anything. I'm just waiting for them to eat through it. Or I can plant another pumpkin. Plant a cherry bomb there so I don't have to deal with you anymore. Wow, this is one of the levels of all time, isn't it? The wait for them to eat through stuff so you can actually do something here level. It's great. Such a great level. Just go away. Alright, well now it doesn't matter. They can get on through if they want to. It's the end of the level and I got full pool cleaners. Oh, look at that! Look at that. Go away. Oops, the coin is gone. Okay, let's just get rid of you. Put that there. Put this there. Alright, and it's done. Now you have garlic, which is a plant that can be used for some pretty interesting setups, because it diverts zombies into other lanes. Man, am I glad that level's over. Right, so that was the first 5 levels of the roof level. Next time, we will finish up the adventure mode, so I will see you then.